Hey guys, welcome to my first content video. In this video, I like to talk about building a PC. More importantly, my personal gaming PC. As you can see behind me, these are the parts that I will be using to build my PC. I am not going to talk about each individual part, but unless you guys want me to. Now, a little bit of background information. I built a PC back in 2017 and used parts that were suggested to me. Since then, I partnered with 5 of my friends and co-workers to build them a budget gaming and workstation computer. In fact, the original idea for this channel was to showcase different level of computer builds based on their budgets and needs. Fast forward to today, the next generation of consoles and PC parts are coming out. And I think it's about time to replace my old PC. I am not purchasing any of the new consoles, and we'll talk about that in a different video, especially the Xbox, the next Xbox Series X and Series S. Now, I sold most of my old parts except for my cooler and SSD, so everything that you see here is new. This is going to be a 30 series NVIDIA build. I estimated the cost of this PC to be $2,400 minus the cost of the monitor and accessories. So, my fiance and I were shopping near Micro Center the other day and noticed that they have a sale. So, I took advantage, right? Now, when it comes down to picking out the CPU, I was at a crossroad. So here is my dilemma. I did not want to do anything on my PC except for gaming. And Intel has always been the king of gaming since I got into the hobby, and I am very familiar with the building process. However, if you know anything about PC building, then you know that AMD lately has the best performance per dollar and offer a greater value than Intel as an overall CPU. Now, the Ryzen 2 CPU will outperform Intel in terms of multitasking, blendering, rendering, all that stuff. But remember, I don't do anything besides gaming. Now, I also have a 15-inch MacBook Pro if I need to do any editing or work that I need to do. So, I'm going to try to pick the best parts that I can afford for gaming. With that being said, I found a 10700K Marvel's Edition for $350. Funny enough, the box says you don't get the game, but Intel has a promotion right now where they will send you a code for the game for free, as of like this video. Now, Micro Center has a deal where you purchase a CPU with a motherboard and they will take another $20 off, making this $330. So keep this in mind. The 10700K costs around $410 at places like Newegg's and Amazon. Well, as of this video, of course. On the other side of the spectrum, I was looking at the 3700X and the 3800X, which costs around $280 and $320 respectively. So you guys see the problem? Well, here's the thing. AMD has an event on October 8th to announce the next generation CPU, which is rumored to have around 15 to 20% better performance. But it may take up to 6 weeks and potentially cost $400 to $450 before it even hits store shelf, and that's based off rumor. And I didn't really want to spend more than $350 on the CPU. So what is my option? Well, option 1, I can keep this 10700K for its great deal and have an amazing CPU for gaming. But it has a higher power draw, so it's going to run hotter and louder. Or 2, I can purchase a 3700X or 3800X, then sell them at a later date and purchase the Ryzen 3 CPU, since that also works on the B550 motherboard. But I'm going to lose a lot of money in this process. Or 3, I can suck it up, be patient, and not buy anything until Zen 3 hits store shelf in 2 to 3 months. But I won't have a PC for 2 to 3 months. Here's what I decided to do. As you may see, I already purchased the 10700K. And behind me, I have the B550 motherboard. Well, they were both on sale, so I decided to lock in those prices. Tomorrow, NVIDIA will launch its next generation GPU. So I will most likely return to Micro Center and purchase one of that GPU, most likely the 3080. And I'm either going to return this guy and pick up the AMD CPU, or return that and pick up a Z490 motherboard. Ideally, I would love to come out of this with a 10-core CPU from AMD in order to future-proof. Now, I know that most games only utilize about 4 to 6 cores, so having 10 is most likely an overkill. And I also know that you can never really future-proof, because what you get today, 6 months later, is going to be outdated and outperformed. But I truly believe that with these specs and parts, I can stretch my usage to protect myself for the next 5 to 7 years. So, this is where I need your help. Please sound off in the comments below what you think I should do. And please like and subscribe. And if you have any other feedback in terms of this video, would be helpful. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.